All right, let's have a look at questions 21 to 25 in the same mock exam. Who has looked at the tutor debrief already by ACCA Expert Tutor? I have not yet looked at it. If you don't know where to find it, I'll share a link with you this morning, so you can look at that debrief if you are not in the live debrief session. But questions 26, did I say 26? 21 to 25. HF Dresses Co. manufactures a number of ranges of dresses and trousers. Its finance director is reviewing the pricing of various ranges. We've got expensive dresses, budget dresses, and new dresses. Then we have police uniforms. That's a big range of dresses. Now, if increases in material costs mean that the cost of manufacturing the expensive dresses rises by 15%, and HF Co wishes to maintain the same markup, what will the new selling price be to the nearest 2 decimal places? That's what the examiner means, that to the nearest dollar, 0.01, 2 decimal places. So all eyes on expensive dresses. Oh, simple sentence there. HF Co's reputation for quality means it can set its own prices for its range of expensive dresses. It currently sells each dress for $308, which represents a markup of 40%. But if increases in material costs mean that the cost of manufacturing the expensive dresses rose or rise by 15%, and HF Co wishes to maintain the same markup. So friends, I'm sure at this point, you've got to get yourself busy with what will be my approach. I have told you and I've demonstrated in class on many occasions that if you tell me the selling price is 308, which represents a markup of 40%, I know that sales minus costs is profit. Percent, 40% markup. So 40 for profit, 100 for costs. Therefore, sales must be 140. I'll always set myself up like this. In terms of the dollar, we currently sell at 308. So the cost we are incurring must be 100 over 140 times 308. We are currently incurring cost of 220. That's what we are incurring. Question says, if increases in material costs mean that the cost of manufacturing the expensive dresses rises by 15%, and we still want to maintain the same markup, what would the new selling price be? Okay, I want to do this. If cost goes up by 15%, so 220 times 115% or 1.15. So it means now cost is 253. and we still want to maintain the 40%, then what will the selling price be? So now, if 100% is $253, then 140% must be 140 divided by 100 times 253. To two decimal places, the answer is $354.20. $354.20. So here you go. 354.20. That's to two decimal places. If you want to maintain the same profit markup of 40%, then you must be selling at that. I don't know how you do it, but you might not have to go through the process the same way I've gone through. This is why in the lead up to the exam, try to do things your own way also. If you can't figure out your own way, use my way and see how it works for you. Next question for 2 marks. What's the straight line demand equation for the summer dresses? Summer dresses. I never saw any summer dress somewhere. Is there summer dress somewhere? The budget dresses. Okay. HF Co sells 2 ranges of dresses, summer and winter dresses, the demand for which is price sensitive, so elastic. HF Co currently sells 5,000 dresses in its summer range at a selling price of $80. Its finance director has calculated that demand will fall by 500 dresses for every $5 increase in selling price. P equals A minus BQ. Friends, if you don't remember this, go to formula sheet, the middle tab. Pricing formula is there. P is A minus BQ. You find a B by saying change in price over change in quantity. The A is the price when quantity is 0. So the highest price possible. So B is change in price over change in quantity. If you don't remember this, see it there in the exam. P equals A minus BQ. I'm sure the first thing I want to do is to find a B so I can eliminate some answers. Let me copy the storyline. In your exam, you will not be struggling like the way I'm struggling here. What I mean by struggling is that I'm switching between sheets. B is change in price over change in quantity. Demand will fall by 500 dresses for every $5 increase in selling price. So change in price 5 divided by change in demand 500. B is 0.01. At this point, I'm eliminating answers B and C. Answers B and C, I'm taking them off because it is in A and D that we have B being 0.01. Now I need to work out what A is. It currently sells 5,000 dresses in its summer range at a selling price of $80. So at a price of 80, P equals A minus BQ, 0.01 Q. At the price of 80, they are selling 5,000. So therefore, A is going to be equal to 80 plus 0.01 times 5,000. I don't want to guess. I want to be absolutely sure. is 50. So 80 plus 50 will be equal to A, 130. So A is 130, B is 0.01. So my correct answer is price equals 130 minus 0.01 Q. Right. So that's how I select option number D. Next, what is the optimum selling quantity to the nearest unit and price to the nearest dollar of the winter dresses? So you've got to find the two. If one is correct and the other one is wrong, you've scored 0. Obviously, if both are wrong, you score 0. So you've got to get both correct. HF Cole's finance director has approximated the demand curve for the winter dresses as being this. Focus on winter dresses. And the total cost function as being total cost is 100,000 plus 50Q. Don't forget 100,000 means fixed cost. And 50 means variable cost per unit times quantity. What's the optimum selling quantity? Friends, what's the rule? The economist rule. Price is optimized when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. In the story said to you, marginal cost is 50. That's variable cost. Question is talking about winter dresses, where P is 110 minus that. And you know, not that you know, you are not supposed to remember. Formula sheet. Marginal revenue is A minus 2BQ. If you have forgotten that you are given, please remember this, that you are given. Marginal revenue is A minus double of the B times Q. $110 minus double of 0.005, I guess is 0. Let me just be double sure. I don't want to guess. 0.005 times 2 is 0.01. I nearly missed it. 0.01. I nearly guessed wrongly. 0.01. That's double of the B times Q. So marginal revenue is 110 minus double B times Q. This is equal to marginal costs, 50. So just work the maths. 110 minus 50 is going to be equal to 0.01 Q, grouping like terms together. So Q is going to be equal to 110 minus 50, that is 60, divided by 0.01. 6,000 is the optimum quantity. Quantity 6000 without the comma. How about the optimum price? Knowing that price
in the price function.
Yes, use the price function. You put a Q into the price function. Price equals A minus B. BQ. Do we have the B? Do we have the B? That is, so we now have to find the B, is that it? we're talking about winter dresses. Let's check this. Winter dresses. HF currently sells 5,000 dresses in this summer range of the selling price of this. Finance director has calculated that demand will fall by this. So this is all about summer dresses. Okay. HFC Co's finance director has approximated the demand curve for winter dresses as being P equals A minus B. We know the B to be 0.005. Sorry about that. So we know the B. 0.005 times Q. So the optimum price will be 0.005 times 6,000. I got 30. So 110 minus 30, optimum price is 80. So price 80. You've got to get both correct to score the 2 marks. Last but one question. All right, PM is not all about number crunching. Hot area kind of question. Select the pricing policy which will be most suitable for the 2 new ranges that HFCO is proposing to introduce. Dresses and trousers, new dresses. HFCO is about to introduce 2 new ranges. A range of dresses suitable for teenage girls who want to dress well for formal occasions. The range that has been developed reflects the latest fashions more than the dresses offered by competitors. However, competitors are expected to respond by introducing their own ranges, and changes in fashion will mean that the life of HFCO's new range is unlikely to be longer than 2 years. Dresses for teenage girls. Which pricing strategy do you think will be most suitable for that? With that description. New dresses for teenage girls who want to dress well for formal occasions. The range has been developed, the range that has been developed reflects the latest fashions more than the dresses offered by competitors. So we are ahead of our competitors. However, competitors are expected to respond by introducing their own ranges, and changes in fashion will mean that the life of HFCO's new range is unlikely to be longer than 2 years. I don't see anything complementary here. I don't see anything product line here. I think we should practice price skimming. We've just developed it, hopefully, with high cost of development. Well, somebody's in the chat box. Price skimming. Okay, fine. We need to recover our money quickly before fashion runs out and competitors also come and take away our customers with new products. So price skimming. There's nothing price penetration here because we are not competing with anybody at this present time. How about trousers? A range of casual trousers for adult women, which is anticipated to have a long life. HFCO would face strong competition from existing ranges in this market. So what do we do? From existing ranges in this market, strong competition. I think you should just go for what? Price penetration. Because of the competition, the only way you can enter that market is to reduce your prices. All right. Last question, and we are closing for the morning. And thank you for your time. All right. Which of the following statements is not true about using relevant cost pricing? Okay, relevant costing, bitter pill. But anybody can try it, especially if you have watched my recorded lecture on relevant costing yet. It's not true. That suggests all 3 are true. Well, I've finished reading through. I've selected my answer. Anybody has an opinion? I'm going for option C. To say that relevant cost pricing may result in incremental costs not being covered. Incremental costs are always covered, whether they are variable or incremental fixed costs. They're always covered. To say that they will not be covered or they might not be covered in relevant costing is not true. Use this question to learn the other facts about relevant costing. Number D, relevant cost pricing may result in fixed costs not being covered. It's true, because fixed costs are not relevant, so they will not be covered. So they will not be covered, especially if they are not incremental. Answer A, relevant cost pricing may be appropriate if HFCO currently has spare capacity. Well, if you have spare capacity, we even saw that in transfer pricing. You want to say that if you have spare capacity, then some costs, like fixed costs, you might not have to consider them, because you might just have to produce for somebody at your marginal cost only. B, relevant cost pricing may mean that opportunity costs are considered. Of course, opportunity costing is another name for relevant costing in the first place. So I'll go for C. Now, I've just done 21 to 25. Those are 10 marks in the exam. Those are 20% of what I need to pass the exams. All right. So if you have done this on your own, you navigate. Then we are closing in 1 minute. You navigate to, oh, I don't need to end this. I don't need to end this because the question 32 we answered. I needed to come and copy and no, let me see. The copy and paste, I can do that even when I'm done. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm reminding you how to mark, because even when we do our mock, I'll expect you to mark. So when any mock you do, you finish this. Last question. Next. End exam at the bottom left. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Again, yes. Exit. Once you've exited, you go to the mark tab and go down there. Pre-September 2023 mock exams for PM, self-mark. Oh, the one August 23. I think we ended some before. Today is August 23, 419, 626. Okay, self-mark. And this should mark for you. So you see, we scored 10 out of 100, meaning that those 5 questions we solved, we got them correct. So 5 questions for 10 marks, we got those 5 questions, 5 answers right. So please do this from time to time. I'll end the session here, and then, or any questions, guys? If you finish reviewing, you close the button here, and then it turns you back to the home tab. All right.